Today we're reviewing Unlock Protocol. This is an altcoin project that's focusing on the middleman, removing this from things like Patreon, these kind of paywall type subscription platforms, and really putting this on the blockchain and innovating in this space. So I really think this is interesting. This was actually requested by one of our viewers. We'll be going over the documentation, if they're audited or not, their Twitter, which by the way, go follow them over here on Twitter. We'll have everything we're showing linked down below in the description, as well as their UDT token over on CoinGecko. So let's waste no more time and hop right into Unlock. So essentially they describe themselves as monetizing the web through memberships. So this is mostly for creators. A lot of people now are moving to things like Patreon. They're putting things behind a paywall. Maybe they have like a newsletter service. And Unlock really innovates on this and puts it in the crypto space where, again, you don't have a centralized authority controlling things. And I think this is one of those things that a lot of people that produce content or maybe have a newsletter or just really any sort of community, they've realized is that you don't really own your community if you're just using a platform. For example, this YouTube is on video. I don't necessarily own my subscribers, and nobody really owns their own content because YouTube is the platform. So at any point in time, they could take my channel down. They can take anyone's channel down. And in the past, they've done this with, this channel isn't just only focused on crypto. We talk about all different types of investment sectors, emerging markets, commodities, real estate, all these different things. But currently in this bull run, I'm very, very focused on the crypto market because I see this as really an asymmetric opportunity. And just because of posting crypto content, people have gotten taken down in the past. And this is something that's very concerning. And I think this is something where monetizing your essentially your community is why it's so important for some creators. This is why people are moving to Patreon. This is why people are moving to kind of other sources. And even, there's things popping up like the library, like AIOZ network. I've done a review on them. But yeah, Unlock Protocol is, in my opinion, just an easy way of understanding this. It's kind of like, I don't want to say OnlyFans, but like a Patreon for creators. So it helps you unlock easily lock and manage access to your content, apps, community, and even real-life events and spaces. So the website isn't super in-depth, I will say. I do like the documentation, so if you want further details, we can dig in there. But this is really just an introduction to this project. Since it is fairly low market cap, actually CoinGecko sadly does not have the market cap listed, but you can see the 24-hour trading volume, so that kind of gives you an indication. It's around $7 million. Like I say, with all these projects, do your own research. Definitely take that into account. This video should really just be taken in as kind of informational purposes, and you can check that video out. I have it, how to do your own research, linked down below in the description, with altcoins and kind of most investment classes. So you can see, you're in control. Unlock is an open source protocol. Integrate it in any and every way you'd like. It also is permissionless, and there are no middlemen. So one thing I love about this is it's a plugin you can actually use with WordPress. So if anyone here is, in the web development world, I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a web developer, but I've built, dozens of websites in my time I've been in kind of the online business space for a while now, especially with e-commerce, but like digital marketing, all these different things. And knowing how to build a proper website is very, very key. So knowing kind of the basics of coding, and there's other sites obviously you can use that are kind of like no-code sites where it's more like drag and drop. But WordPress is very nice because you can kind of get the best of both worlds. You can kind of do the layout, but then you can dig into the code and really customize it down to where you like. And then the fact that Unlock has this ability to actually plug in with this is massive in my opinion. So a Web3 future, take advantage of the blockchain and smart contracts to create customizable ways to access content and much more use cases. So these are kind of there. Like I said, WordPress right here. I actually saw this in their documentations. But yeah, let's see. So this can be huge for tickets as well, donations. We've built a few apps to showcase the power of Unlock, create a lock on the dashboard, and get started. So really their website is kind of pushing you to actually get started. So I do recommend checking this out. Again, we will have this link down below the description. And part of, in my opinion, doing your own research is looking at their socials, seeing how active they are in their Telegram. We'll be showing you their Twitter here in a second, but first let's go to their FAQs. So we explain most of these different things. It's mostly for creators. This is always interesting in my opinion. How do they make money? So as part of the roadmap, we plan on allowing users who do not know of cryptocurrency or have a wallet to pay us, Unlock Inc., with their credit card. In order to perform the transaction on chain for them. In that context, we will charge a convenience fee on top of the crypto price of keys. Convenience fees will cover the gas price, the credit card transaction, and a small margin for us. So what crypto wallets are supported, they break that down. The main ones, MetaMask, Opera, yep. So one of the most important things that I do want to point out is the auditing thing, and they do explain why they're not audited, but they are not. Um, so they basically say, they decided to take a very incremental approach to implementing the full protocol, and they believe that there will be a lot of changes which will make the audit irrelevant at that point because they would just have to redo the audit if they change more things. So this is something that it's part of doing your own research. It's part of digging into these documentations to understand these things. So if you only want to invest in the crypto space, it's like if you're looking at all investment sectors, you have to understand your risk tolerance. But then inside one of these, so like you go to the crypto category, you have to have a different type of risk tolerance for different type of crypto projects. So if you're only comfortable with things that are audited or only comfortable with things that have like a public team, they're not an anonymous team, that's one bucket of people. If maybe you're someone who is kind of in between and only invest in those first, and then when you pull profits, you put it into something like this where maybe they're not audited and they don't have as much, I guess you could say, reputation. I mean, this is kind of a fairly new project in the grand scheme of things, but I do really like what they're building. So let me know what you think about this so far in the description down below. I personally like their use case. I do not hold the UDT token, but I'd be interested, once they get that market cap up there to potentially, plan out a time to average into this. So unlock protocol.eth, unlock, yep, so they have everything broken down there. They're based in New York. Let's look through here. Some of their news. It's always good to check out. I don't spend a lot of time on Twitter. I'll be straight up honest. You can follow me here. I do not use it all that much. I think it's Invest Global 5. I probably should be better about it. Yeah, at Invest Global 5. But yeah, we'll go ahead and like one of their things here when I find something I like. But yeah, it's really awesome seeing all these. The biggest thing, in my opinion, with Twitter is seeing these real-time updates. I do like this here. We'll like this. Boom. Take your attention back. Unlock every website. Unlock every application. Unlock every community. Take your attention back. Boom. A little like there for them. So, anyways, move on to the UDT token. About 1,000 people like this. It's right around $618.48, up about 25% on the daily at time of recording this. It is currently, what is it, April 2nd? Wow. So 24-hour high. That's pretty crazy volatile. 24-hour low was $3 or $388. Wow. I'm curious what the all-time low is. All-time low is 117. So this really hasn't moved all that much. This is actually kind of surprising. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you think about Unlock UDT in the description down below, or sorry, in the comments down below. A little bit tired today. I apologize for any maybe mistakes in this video, but thank you very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and whatnot. Invest global, and until next time.